Can't get enough of Kelly and Ramya?
We're now on YouTube for you to indulge in highlights from our show. A shot of W. Ross MacDonald School from the outside, surrounded by snow, with a fountain in the foreground. There's a large W. Ross plaque inside the school.
Lucas Newhouse. So I'm the short-term program manager. So I coordinate the weekends and oversee the program while it's running. We're modeled around something called expanded core curriculum. So this is something related to education for students who are blind and low vision. And it's essentially things that they don't get in their foundational education that they need to be successful in life. So there's lots of different sort of facets of expanded core curriculum, but like access to technology, opportunities in recreation, independent living skills, and like social interaction skills would all be sort of examples of expanded core curriculum. So they run 1 week in a month. Kids come in on Friday nights and leave Sunday afternoons. Coordinating means just setting the themes for the weekends and kind of putting everything together. So like contacting AMI to come and share your sort of talents and insights into our media and broadcasting weekend would be a good example of coordinating.
We see Lucas, the program manager, assisting the kids learning and touching the large Sony camera. The Kelly and Ramya team chat to the students.
Music video, Johnny Reed music video ones. A lot of stuff falls into your other interests too.
Families with children and students, obviously, with visual impairments are a pretty tight-knit community and like to share resources with each other. So, you know, if we have a student that comes and has a really great experience at short-term program, they go home and tell their families, and their families tell their, you know, friends that are in that community, and then the word just kind of spreads from there. This is sort of a bit of a niche type of weekend. What I typically say to students is, when you're registering for SDP weekends, register for things that you're genuinely interested in. So everybody that came this weekend, this is our media and broadcasting weekend, have a real genuine interest in this type of curriculum, I guess. But we have different themes every SDP weekend. We have a sports weekend coming up. Previously we had like a cooking and independent living skills weekend. We have a creative arts and music weekend. So when the kids sign up, the idea is that they're signing up for something that they really want to participate in, I guess. You know, we want people to be excited to come, right? That being said, like, you know, we have weekends where we have 25 kids here, right? Especially our sports and music weekends tend to be very popular. We also do parents' weekends. Those are pretty interesting. We try to do like all ages opportunities. So for some of the younger kids that maybe can't come and stay a whole weekend independently, they can come with their parents and have some fun. And then we typically try to do some like information sessions with the parents as well, or like some pathway planning, that type of thing. You know, we have themes and expanded core curriculum opportunities, and you know, we try to create this super accessible environment, but ultimately it's that social connection that the kids get to make with each other, and the friendships that kind of go along with it. That's what keeps kids coming back, and that's the real the real thing that they sort of remember and then bring home and spread the word about.
Students surrounded around the Sony camera, looking through the viewfinder and the lights attached.
We chatted with Emily Shevers about her time with the SDP program.
So I started coming to STPs as a student, actually, in my high school years, and then had a little bit of a break, and then have now actually come back as a staff. This is probably one of my favorite places to work within the blind community, because it's just such a special environment, bringing the kids together who don't see each other on a regular basis, and they pretty much only look forward to these short-term programs every month that they get to come, and seeing their faces light up when they see their friends, and it's just such a special weekend to be able to be with them.
The program managers assist the students in the gym with the goal ball and pass the ball so they can start playing the game.
I'd say it's absolutely social at the forefront, because they cannot ask for enough free time throughout the weekend. All they want to do is just hang out with their friends and go play the pianos and do whatever for the weekend. And then the programming is almost a supplementary benefit that they get from coming here. They get to learn some new things, but ultimately seeing the social connections that are made, and even knowing for myself when I came here, I met so many different people that then introduced me to other community programs, and now that I'm still involved in to this day.
The students are testing audio through the microphones with headsets on in the live recording room.
We get a lot of different age ranges, but the weekends usually have a set kind of age range that kind of helps to mitigate too many different age gaps where you're trying to teach. Maybe somebody on a parent weekend will get like 8 years old versus maybe an outdoor ed weekend we're getting up to like 19, 20 years old, who are still kind of in that high school range. And so you see a lot of different people and abilities, and sometimes that results in kids being able to learn from each other, and you can kind of cater it to even knowing the kids.
I go to a mainstream school, so coming to the SDPs, I feel like it gives me like a good connection to my fellow blind people. It gets me to stay connected, be up to date with what's going on in the blind community. I think it's really from person to person. Like for me, I think being in mainstream is best for me. But I know for a lot of other people coming to a program such as Bridges, that's in W.Ross, it helps people who are who finish high school, who need a little bit of help for post-secondary. That's a wonderful program for them. It really just comes down to each person and what they want to do. I think I've been involved for 7 years now. My favorite part, to be honest, is the friendships you make. I think the connections I've made in W.Ross and through the SDPs, I have become a better person, more confident, better at speaking, and just meeting new people and a better leader.
I've been coming to SDPs around maybe a year ago. I probably enjoy the music camp. I play many different instruments. My main one is piano, but I do a few on the sides like drum set and cello. I do really like the auditorium and our pods. I think they're really well laid out, and I like the upstairs part of the gym too. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
I really like the opportunities that we get to do here for the short-term programs of the weekend. Like I wouldn't normally be recording like radio plays and such, and I really like the people here and the food.
Why W.Ross? Because we're set up so perfectly for it. There isn't a facility in Ontario, and probably not in Canada, that has the same kind of resources. The kids sort of make those like genuine connections with each other. I think that's the real like selling point of this program.
The things I have learned from people all around me at the short-term programs at W.Ross, it's amazing.
The first few times I didn't know a lot of people, but like by the end of Saturday, I was already making friends, already getting the lay of the land.
Truly, I do love the sports SDP because I love the hands-on, learning different sports, getting to try different things. I tried blind hockey myself for the first time at our sports SDP last year, which was fun. You try a whole bunch of new things.
It's those relationships, it's the feeling of being understood. I think in mainstream you really have to push for what you need, and often you don't get it, or you have to fight so hard to the point where like, what's the point of me even doing this anymore? But here, everybody's here to help you. Everybody's here who really understands what you need. And you really, really miss that in mainstream. And also the relationships, once again, it's the friends you make and the connections, the networking you can do here is insane. People are doing amazing things with sports, with music, with anything everywhere. It's just, this place is a great jumping point.
We see the students playing with the camera, and we see a great goal being scored in the game of goalball.
Thanks for watching.
You can catch Kelly and Ramya weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern on AMI.